Hello, folks.
That's Bandcamp.
And that's my sleep paralysis demon. We have some things to say. Christmas Eve 2017. To most, it's a holiday that's beginning to blur within the surrounding years. There was the usual fare of family shenanigans, traditional meals, and a smorgasbord of exciting and simply okay gifts.
For us, Christmas 2017 stands out for the best gift we never imagined, exchanged between two perfect strangers, a transactional Discord conversation that would snowball into a legendary friendship.
Around November 2017, I landed a full-time job doing delivery for a pizza chain. The leviathan amount of stress that job brought didn't pair very well with the ongoing mental demons that I had been fighting at the time. I stumbled on the works of Helvian a month or two before that, and I decided to try making my own bastardizations of songs. The first few I made were lacking. They were shit. But the first one that actually went public, you may know as Aerials and Tables.
We dreams from the river that we came around and put up.
Why are there grapefruits in my system of a down?
Meanwhile, I was working at a factory, with tons of free time at work to wander the internet and explore creative ideas, and I stumbled upon a whole world I didn't know I'd been missing out on since I thought it fizzled out a few years prior. The Guitar Hero fandom, freshly revived and going stronger than ever thanks to Clone Hero and Twitch streamers, all of which I found from a random YouTube recommendation. Jason Paradise reacting to a meme remix of Down with the Sickness by Helvian.
No!
As Jason continued his live streams to these remixes, he would eventually start doing mine, and the overwhelmingly positive reaction gave me a glimmer of hope when I really needed it. So I started making more. Ideas would flow through my head while I was in the car on my way to and from making deliveries, and one night I thought I'd take on a little-known ditty called Through the Fire and Flames. And like the other meme tracks before, ideas were coming to mind while I was delivering pizza.
By this point, I'd been tearing through Jason's meme reactions, and this Bandcamp character was actively releasing new and funnier ones as I got more into it. After Animals, which remains one of my favorites in the genre.
We were parked out by the trees. We're sitting on and we just started getting busy when she whispered, "Why'd you leave the keys up on the table?"
I started getting some ideas of my own. Coincidentally, also for Through the Fire and Flames. Bandy, of course, hadn't spoiled what they were working on, and I wasn't going to show my hand either, so I just sent a tweet saying I had some ideas for a Guitar Hero meme, but not enough to fill out the whole song, and wondered if they'd be down to collab.
A few days went by before I was able to respond to this proposition. I was working 5 days a week and going home completely friggin' drained of all energy, but I was able to respond, and before long, we had gotten in touch on Discord, where we found that we both just so happened to be planning to work on the same thing. So we started putting ideas together.
When comparing notes, we found that most of our ideas just happened to fill each other's gaps in the song, and we were able to easily agree on which overlapping jokes were better and come up with new ideas to fill in the rest. In just 2 days, Through the Tables and Memes was complete. And a few days later, Jason Paradise played it live on stream. His reaction went up on YouTube the next day, quickly going viral and inspiring reactions from other streamers, charts for other rhythm games, and other content featuring the meme, propelling it to a legendary status rivaling the original flames in the Guitar Hero community and beyond.
And to this day, because of that goofy little project, the both of us remain the closest of friends. I go as far as to say we see each other as family. In January of 2018, the short trap remix from Tables and Memes was extended into a full song.
FC or no balls.
Holy shit!
Tables and Memes absolutely peaked in that year, but soon enough, the table jokes had started getting stale. It was like the Rit Pants episode of SpongeBob. Pretty much everybody was getting tired of it, including us. So then we made BYOB, deliberately making sure that the word table was censored and not using it in any of the jokes. Making sure that the word wasn't uttered even once.
And the toe of Sally Shash, still you feed us lies from the pod.
That. Oh.
The poignant lack of tables and some of the new ideas I brought to the to freshen up the format were a hit, and we started looking for new ways to keep meme charts alive without relying on using the same dozen jokes in a different song every time. In March of 2018, the trend of songs where every time they say X gets faster was taking YouTube by storm, so we made an April Fool's chart of the GH3 classic Slow Run, where every time he says slow, it gets slower, with a little twist at the end.
Around April, we started brainstorming potential ideas for a meme version of Metallica's One. We reached out to a new contender in the ring at the time, One Frus. I don't know how to pronounce it. I still don't know how to pronounce that. The three of us started a little group called the Meme Team, the name under which we released Bone into the world.
Slayer.
Slayer? Is it Halo? It's the sounds. I get it. Good. Good. My leg!
Slayer.
No! Are you fucking kidding me?
Feels Goodman, steamed hams Inc.
We're not even in the song yet.
It was at this moment that Jason knew he fucked up.
Oh.
Side note, the reason that one wasn't uploaded to my channel and the reason Tables and Memes jokes were so much more tame is because some of my hyper-religious family had found my channel. While most of them were disappointed at the start, they've since lightened up. I remember my sister actually showing the meme Talago to my dad, and he loved it.
Under the banner of the Meme Team, we tried to reach out to other up-and-coming meme chart creators to collaborate and bring new ideas in, but the new content just wasn't landing, and the community was growing tired of the format no matter what we threw at it. So we started focusing on other content, with a few solo meme charts of entirely different natures, and one final collab that September in the form of a bait-and-switch edit of the original fiddle version of The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Lose the devil, get your soul.
I kind of almost want to play the crazy souped up solo.
I really
version,
need
man.
the back room. The devil, hurry up. Hey,
I feel like this needs to be sped up like 7 times faster for it to be really like compared.
Wait, I heard something.
Wait, what? You shouldn't have trusted us? What the shit? What is this?
There's lyrics above the stream that said you knew you shouldn't have trusted us. God damn it.
And after that, we started doing our own things much more often. I began making actual music, doing some Jack Stauber covers, and eventually making an album that would release later in 2020 called Night Vision. In early 2019, I decided to pick up the sticks and learn to play drums, which is now my favorite instrument to play, and I actually do frequent drumming streams now on my Twitch. But as for Tables and Memes itself, it wasn't to be all sunshine and rainbows, as in 2019, the original upload that was on my channel was claimed by WMG, blocking it worldwide. I did manage to appeal this claim, and the video became public again, but this was a short-lived victory, as only a couple days later, WMG came back and claimed it again, leaving us with a proverbial fuck you with 2 strikes on my channel.
That still wasn't quite the death knell for Through the Tables, as a YouTuber going by Stained Pony had made a video called Through the Tables and Memes, a Visual Experience, editing the original chart video with visual effects, graphics both related and unrelated to the jokes in the audio, the kind of tomfoolery upon the notes themselves that would make it a solid mock chart. He adopted this as the official music video, and then it got taken down too. In the meantime, mashups were becoming the next big thing in the clone hero scene, and my life circumstances were leaving me with less free time for original music and complicated meme editing, so I started making mashup albums, largely inspired by Neil Cicerega's mind-blowing concept album, Mouth Dreams.
After a hiatus from the old meme chart format, we noticed a sort of nostalgia for them, so we figured, why not? We sat down, worked on a little something that would become BS Parade, a meme song that went back to the roots of the 2017 trend, even going as far as to throwing a few tables in there.
Remember us, bitches?
We're gonna be talking about the table.
Of course.
We'll be talking about the. Do you think that's funny, Jason? I like the syncopation here. Oh, yes!
It hit just right, even winning over a Psy, who wasn't a big fan of the old memes back in the day, and we thought about making a proper comeback at the time. Not long afterwards, I asked Bandy to help me flesh out a silly concept, applying the verbose text-to-speech trend to the minimal verses of American Idiot, but we ran out of ideas after that and began focusing on our solo projects.
Over the past year or two, I've started working on another album of my own. This one's called Masked. It is a working title, but Masked is a concept album that explores just how serious mental health actually is, through a series of back and forth between an unnamed protagonist and a personification of anxiety itself. And throughout the album, it kind of shows how anxiety will do whatever it can to break you down into nothing. It's gonna get dark, but it's a passion project of mine that I've wanted to work on for a very long time, and all of the songs and the lyrical content are based on my own personal experiences, so that's gonna be great. It's still very early in the works. I don't really have an announcement date for it just yet, but it's something that I'm working on. Expect more information, I guess, fairly soon.
Meanwhile, I've been firing on all cylinders all year. At the end of 2022, I announced what was meant to be my third mashup album, Live from the Tablecloth. This year, my life took many unexpected turns that stole more and more time away. All ideas came to me, and I cut a few finished tracks from the album to release the Cooking on Low EP and not leave fans hanging while the more complicated and interesting tracks were yet to be made. I've also been collaborating with other members of the Mash Pit and released a few seasonal singles, as well as discussing some ideas for Yark that have gotten pretty positive reception from the developers, designing some graphics and stages for the game, and learning to code while brainstorming a potential mobile charting app. Those who follow me on Twitter or in the Sandcastle Discord will know my mental health took a turn for the worse a few months ago, and Live from the Tablecloth took a backseat once more to a new project, an album exploring my trauma and emotions called The Black Hole Revelations. I've released a couple of singles from it in the last 2 months, but it's still very much a work in progress, and one of 3 albums now tentatively slated for 2024. More info on that will be coming out with a chart pack compiling the new singles that I haven't charted yet, and a teaser track from each of the 3 albums as soon as I have time to chart it all. I did have time to chart this, though. In the meantime, Bandy and I have grown closer than ever, literally talking every day just to check in, share music and videos, and show each other what we've been working on.
Soon, the idea just came out of nowhere. What if the two of us were to make not just memery, but actual music together? Covers, original comedic songs, collaborative mashups, so we decided to form a bit of a band. From here on out, anything musical that the two of us make together will be under a new name.
We're excited to announce our new collaborative project, combining the spirit of the memes that brought us together with the skills that we've developed in the years since. Unlike our previous collabs, we won't be remixing anything. It's all from scratch, with Bandy handling most of the vocals, drums, and guitars, me primarily on synths and production, and both of us writing lyrics and pitching ideas. Presenting... The Coat Tablers.
I challenge anyone to come up with a more perfect name for us as a duo. We made our names on the coattails of the table meme, and we are owning it!
We're really looking forward to exploring new forms of musical comedy that we haven't tried yet, and already have a few songs in the works, including a parody of Welcome to the Internet that came out just as on the nose as the original.
And an AI cover of a song that's been pretty big in the mashup community lately, featuring two characters that just fit it so perfectly.
It's been a wild 6 years.
And we're only getting started. Thank you for all the love and support. Who even knows where we would be right now without you guys?
We can't say enough how much we appreciate it. There's links in the description if you want to check out everything we've done together, support our future endeavors, and subscribe to the new Coat Tablers channel.
And if you check the community tab on both our channels, you'll find a Q&A post. If you've got any burning questions about our old content,
our plans for the future,
which pant leg we put on first,
the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow,
African or European?
Anthrop.
Ooh! Anyway, we'll be answering your questions in a video on the Coat Tablers channel for the New Year's.
We can't wait to dive into year 7 with you. I'm Cosmic Latte.
And I'm Bandypat.
And
we've got one last thing to announce.
Stop.